Alright, let's talk about something that's both chilling and hard to wrap your head around. Kids who commit murder. It's the kind of topic that really makes you question everything, right? Like, what drives a child to cross such a dark line? Is it their upbringing? Is it something psychological or just pure circumstance? These cases are rare, but when they happen, they're unforgettable. So as we go through these stories, let's not just focus on the crime itself, but let's also try to understand the why behind it all. It's heavy stuff, but it's important to talk about. So let's go. The first one is Mary Bell. She was 10 years old from Newcastle, England. In 1968, Mary Bell was only 10 when she committed 2 murders that shocked Newcastle. Her first victim was 4-year-old Martin Brown, who was found dead in an abandoned house. At first, authorities thought it was an accident, but just a few months later, Mary struck again, killing 3-year-old Brian Howe. This time, she mutilated his body with scissors. She carved the letter M into his skin. Here's the eerie part. Mary seemed to thrive on the attention. She left notes taunting the police and even showed up at Brian's funeral. The court deemed her actions the result of a personality disorder, so instead of murder, she was convicted of manslaughter. Her sentence? She was detained at Her Majesty's pleasure. This term is used in the UK for indefinite detention. She was eventually released at 23 with a new identity. The second case is James Bulger. John Venables and Robert Thompson, both 10-year-olds, committed this crime. They were both from Liverpool, England. This one happened in 1993 and is still one of the most haunting crimes in modern UK history. John Venables and Robert Thompson, both 10, abducted 2-year-old James Bulger from a shopping mall in Liverpool. They were caught on CCTV leading James away. What followed was unthinkable. They tortured James with bricks, a metal bar, and even poured paint into his eyes before leaving his body on train tracks. The brutality of their actions was incomprehensible, especially for kids so young. Both were convicted of murder and they were sentenced to indefinite detention. They were released in 2001, aged 18, under strict anonymity orders to protect their new identities. But the story of Venables goes on. He is a menace to this day. And for number 3, we have Lionel Tate, 12 years old, from Florida, USA. In 2001, 12-year-old Lionel Tate killed 6-year-old Tiffany Unique in Pembroke Park, Florida. Lionel claimed they were wrestling, but Tiffany's injuries told another story. Her liver was lacerated, her skull was fractured, and she had internal bleeding. It was clear this wasn't a simple accident. Lionel's case gained national attention when he became the youngest American sentenced to life in prison without parole. However, in 2004, his sentence was reduced on appeal and he was released on probation. Unfortunately, Lionel struggled to stay out of trouble and he ended up back in prison for violating his parole, very much like Venables. Number 4, we have Eric Smith, 13 years old, from New York, USA. Eric Smith was 13 and lived in a small town in New York when he committed a crime that left his community reeling. In 1993, he lured a 4-year-old boy, Derek Robbie, into the woods under the guise of playing. Once there, Eric strangled Derek, smashed his head with a rock, and used a stick to mutilate his body. Eric's motives were never fully clear, but psychologists pointed to years of bullying and emotional abuse as potential triggers. In court, Eric's young, freckled face was hard to reconcile with the brutality of his actions. He was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison. After multiple parole denials, Eric was finally released in 2022. Yes, 2022. And that's where we'll wrap up today's video. These stories remind us of the darker side of human nature, even in the young, but they also leave us asking, what truly drives someone so young to commit such acts? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this session with me. And until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.